Hey everybody, Dr. Hayes Estes here, Premier Physical Therapy and Sports Performance, and I have one of our special doctors of physical therapy here. This is Dr. Chris Stanek, who we also see here in the clinic. He's a part of our fantastic team, and Dr. Chris is going to use me as an example for his little talk today. We're going to talk a little bit about why PTs, especially doctors of physical therapy with an exercise background, are a little bit better than just YouTube videos that you're going to find for exercise instruction, or some of the personal trainers that are out there who don't quite have the education to help you with your exercises and help you appropriately perform said exercises. So today we got a couple examples. We're going to look at the row and the shoulder extension, some typical exercises that we see people trying to do at the gym, and that people then come in here at the clinic and they say, oh, I know how to do that. I watched a couple YouTube videos. I talked with this guy who got a weekend certification online, and we're fine, right? So maybe not. So that's why Dr. Chris is here. So Dr. Chris, take it over, my man.
All right, so we're going to talk a little bit about the shoulder blade today and how it relates to what the shoulder actually does. A lot of people think that the shoulder and shoulder blade are separate entities where they actually work together, but you can train them separately too. So one of the exercises people come in, you know, like Hayes was saying, is they do rows and they do shoulder extensions and they're trying to work their back muscles. When it turns out most of the time they are focusing on like a different form and just kind of going into their old habits, kind of what maybe got them into seeing a PT in the first place, having some shoulder pain. I'm doing rows, I'm doing these exercises, but I'm still having shoulder pain. Most of the time it's just a simple cue that a physical therapist can give you. You know, we'll put our hands on you and kind of teach you the motion. With Hayes here, we're going to just pretend that, you know, he comes in with some left shoulder pain. We did a formal assessment and we found that he had some weakness in some muscles, and also just some what we call aberrant motion. So in lack of a better sense, lack of coordination and maybe even understanding of the exercise. Sometimes it's not about can you do it, it's do you know, if I told you how to do it, can you do it, or do you need me to touch you? And put my hands on the shoulder and show you. So we're going to start with Hayes doing just a regular row. We're going to do it laying down on your belly, but traditionally maybe in the gym you may do this one here like this. But just I want to isolate all this out so you can actually see what I'm talking about.
All right. So on my stomach.
So on your stomach there. So Hayes, just do a row without anything. Let's just see what happens here. All right, so Hayes obviously he works out, he knows what he's doing, so he's doing it correctly, which is great, Hayes. But we want to get you doing kind of some bad form.
All right, my bad.
So let's pretend like you don't know what your shoulder blade does, you don't know how to bring it back and stabilize your shoulder. So go ahead and let's see the row. All right, so he's adding a little extra too. Okay, so what I'm looking for here, most of the time, most people are going a little bit too far back. They're just getting their elbow bent. They're kind of just working almost like an easier bicep curl. What we need to have happen here is we need to have the shoulder blade be able to pull back. And now Hayes can do this right now if he wants to, so pull your shoulder blade back, Hayes, for me. Okay, so he's pulling it down and back, which is where we want it. Now the shoulder is going to be able to work off of a nice stable surface. So when he does the row this time, pull it on up, it's great. His shoulder's nice and stable now. However, now he looks like a robot. He's pulling his shoulder blade back, and then go ahead and show again, Hayes. Shoulder blade back. You know, you don't do this in your normal life, so we wouldn't teach you like this. Maybe in the beginning we would. Now what we want to get is a nice rhythm. So Hayes, you're going to bring your shoulder blade back as you pull, you do your row. So let's see what he's got there. Perfect. And then he locks it out right here. A lot of times you also see patients having pain in the front of their shoulder because they're bringing their row way back here and they're just stressing the front of their shoulder. Now in your real life, you are reaching behind you to grab your purse out of the back seat, or you are doing things where you're reaching around and your shoulder does move a little bit different. That's okay, but when you're training here with us, we're trying to teach you the best form you can while you're exercising, then we teach you to move it functionally out in space. So from here, we can go with the shoulder extension too. I'm just going to give an example of both of the exercises. So go ahead and go into your what we call shoulder extension, Hayes.
Am I doing it the right way?
Yeah, let's do it do it the wrong way first. Fine. We'll keep the wrong way. Same thing's happening here. He's getting a little extra, Hayes. Don't be that bad with your movement. Okay, so he's getting the same thing. His shoulder's rounding forward. He's not actually getting his shoulder blade back while he's doing this. So we're stressing the front of the shoulder. So same thing with this exercise. We're going to need to guide him through the exercise and teach him how to do it. Now, I don't know, we can't really pull the camera to show you kind of like what muscles we're talking about here. Let's just say we're going to strengthen some specific muscles, the mid trap and the low trap specifically, to help work on this. And I kind of jumped ahead because I want to work on the control. I need to make sure that Hayes knows how to do this exercise and what his shoulder blade does. And so what I might do is get him sidelined and do a technique where we're bringing the shoulder blade back and down into my hands. But for, just for the video's sake, let's just practice it right here. So Hayes, just give me your best shoulder blade pulling back example as you can.
Am I moving my arm?
No, you just hang the arm down, just give me a shoulder blade. So Hayes has got it here. So what he might need is some cueing by me. So if you do it wrong, Hayes, go ahead and let the shoulder go forward. Okay, bring the whole arm back. All right, bring the whole arm back. Okay, so he's doing it wrong here. What I might get under here is I'll help him realize that, look, he's not even getting his shoulder blade back when he's doing this motion. A lot of times this simple cue teaches people how to actually use their shoulder blade. If that doesn't work, then I will have to do some more techniques to strengthen it, or to show you how to do it. To go on to strengthening, after we teach Hayes this, we would do something like a mid-trap specific strengthening. And that would be bringing the arm up like this into what we call a T. And now that perfectly aligns with the mid-trap muscles to help his shoulder blade get stronger. But again, if you go on YouTube or if you go in a magazine and you say, okay, let me do this exercise, all you do is lift up into a T, right? Okay, so go ahead, lift up into a T. Okay, so so Hayes is, showing lack of control with his tempo. He's not keeping, he probably isn't keeping track.
Shrugging.
Yeah, shrugging. There's various things going on here. Now, if Hayes, go ahead and bring it up again. Do your best. Okay. So if he needs a little bit of cueing, I'm going to pull him back a little bit here. Now that instantly fixed it. A lot of times people will rotate into this and kind of get their pecs into this movement. However, with a little bit of cueing, I can get Hayes out of that every time. Now you go, back and forth, and now he's got it, right? Perfect. So a couple reps later, Hayes is like, okay, cool, what am I doing tomorrow? Same thing happens. He rounds into the front of the shoulder again. Hayes, you need that cueing. All right, bring it on back. Okay, so that's how we would get some kind of like a middle level strengthening. Now, if we want to work on a little bit more of the control aspect of it and strengthening via PT, I would start cueing him a little bit more and have him come up into that position. We'll get it in a good position here, and then we might add a little bit of resistance pushing down. I'm looking to see if he starts to round up again, which he was. And even Hayes is plenty strong. He just needs this cueing over and over. So we can add a little bit of perturbation this way. A little perturbation this way. And the whole time I'm keeping an eye on this, making sure he's here and pulling back, of course, here. But that's one way we can help you, learn these exercises a little bit better and start to, kind of focus on the baseline form. And you apply it to every exercise. Mm-hmm. When Hayes goes to a row now, hopefully he knows, pull the shoulder blade back, don't extend the shoulder too far and stress the front part. So if he brings it back here, like you're really trying to get that row today, boy, it's it's pump hour, whatever, You got to make sure you're not going too far back, especially if you're having shoulder issues. If you're not and you're doing it that way, you might survive, you might not. But I can tell you one reason why your shoulder probably would hurt if you kept doing it that way.
All right.
So I can just go on YouTube right now and watch our video, and I don't need to come back.
No, well, that's what I mean. You need us here to kind of guide you through. We're not here to keep you here forever and not teach you anything. It's on you to carry this over, over the next 10 years of your life. How many every years you got?
All right, fantastic. So you don't have to be in pain to come in to see us. Yes, we are pain specialists. We help reduce your pain. Primarily what we do is we help you get back to doing the things that you love to do. So if you are someone who likes to work out and you haven't been getting the effects of your workout that you like, If you feel like you're doing an exercise, you're not sure that this is the right way to do an exercise, come on in. It's easy to get to us. You do not need a medical doctor referral in the state of Florida. We as doctors of physical therapy are trained and educated to diagnose and treat any musculoskeletal disorder. So, and as you saw from Dr. Chris Stanek, we are exercise specialists, we are movement specialists, so we can make sure that you are getting the most out of your exercises, you're moving efficiently, you're moving correctly, and then we can help you reduce any chance of injury in the gym or re-injury in doing the everyday activities that you love to do. So, thank you again for Dr. Chris for his little participation today. Again, if you like this video, please like it, share it with your friends. You can find us on the social media, Instagram at Run Tampa Bay. We are on Facebook, Premier Physical Therapy and Sports Performance here in Clearwater, Florida. On YouTube as well, we have our YouTube channel, Premier Physical Therapy and Sports Performance. So check us out, share it, like it, and again, we're here in Clearwater, Florida, so please, if you need help doing the things you love to do, give us a call, go onto our websites, ptandsportstherapy.com, set up an appointment today, and we'll get you going. So, thank you.
Thank you.
I think we nailed it.